Last night's vice presidential debate proved to be more of a traditional one than the mudslinging of the recent past. Vance and Tim Walz faced off in New York City for a fast-paced, policy-driven showdown. Here are some of the viral moments. The VP candidates took the debate stage hoping to give their campaigns a boost.
Let's introduce the candidates. Minnesota's Democratic Governor Tim Walz and Ohio's Republican Senator Vance tonight meeting for the first time.
Policy issues dominated as Walz and Vance clashed on immigration and the U.S. border.
Donald Trump had 4 years. He had 4 years to do this, and he promised you, America, how easy it would be. I'll build you a big, beautiful wall.
I think you want to solve this problem, but I don't think that Kamala Harris does.
Of course, Haitians in Springfield, Ohio were discussed as Trump's now famous line from the presidential debate.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Took off around the world.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
And when it becomes a talking point like this, we dehumanize and villainize other human beings.
The people that I'm most worried about in Springfield, Ohio, are the American citizens who have had their lives destroyed by Kamala Harris's open border. It is a disgrace, Tim.
Just to clarify for our viewers, Springfield, Ohio does have a large number of Haitian migrants who have legal status, temporary protected status.
Well, Margaret, but
thank you, Senator. We have so much to get to.
Margaret, I think it's important
we're going to turn out of the economy. Thank
Margaret,
you.
The rules were that you guys weren't going to fact check, and since you're fact checking me, I think it's important to say what's actually going on.
I'm sorry, what did you just say, Vance?
The rules were that you guys weren't going to fact check.
Since that statement blew up online, it's important to note that CBS News had said that the moderators would not offer live fact checking. So back to Trump's running mate.
So there's an application called the CBP One app, where you can go on as an illegal migrant, apply for asylum or apply for parole, and be granted legal status at the wave of a Kamala Harris open border wand. That is not a person coming in, applying for a green card and waiting for 10 years. That is the facilitation of illegal immigration, Margaret, by our own leadership.
Thank you, Senator, for describing.
Vance wanted to correct something about how Haitians got into this country. And he was right, and the moderators wouldn't let him correct it. It's very interesting.
While things were tense for Vance, the pressure soon shifted to Tim Walz.
You said you were in Hong Kong during the deadly Tiananmen Square protests in the spring of 1989. But Minnesota Public Radio and other media outlets are reporting that you actually didn't travel to Asia until August of that year.
With no real explanation provided, he was pushed further.
The question was, can you explain the discrepancy?
All I said on this was I got there that summer and misspoke on this, so I will just... That's what I've said.
Just a tad awkward there, but then it was Vance's turn to deflect when asked about Trump's false claims that he won the 2020 election.
Did he lose the 2020 election?
Tim, I'm focused on the future. Did Kamala Harris censor Americans from speaking their mind in the wake of the 2020 COVID situation?
That is a damning non-answer.
Despite the former president posting this to Truth Social following the debate, yes, this is a real post, there was no name-calling on the stage. Instead, rare moments of kindness, especially when talking about gun violence in schools.
I think all the parents watching tonight, this is your biggest nightmare. Look, I got a 17-year-old, and he witnessed a shooting at a community center playing volleyball. Those things don't leave you.
Tim, first of all, I didn't know that your 17-year-old witnessed a shooting, and I'm sorry about that, and I hope that he's doing okay. Christ have mercy. It is awful.
While they still had their differences,
we unfortunately have a mental health crisis in this country that I really do think that we need to get to the root causes of.
Sometimes it just is the guns. It's just the guns.
There was a cordial ending to the showdown, but it's not yet known if it was enough to sway undecided voters ahead of the November 5th vote.